Hello! Oh my god, I'm back. Yes, I'm back. I know it's been kind of a while, but I really wanted to work hard for this episode because I'm just shocked of how many people are listening to me, and I really want to help other people by listening to me. So, in this episode, it's just going to be about words of wisdom. So, in this episode, I asked a bunch of people, like a lot. I actually did my research, and I asked them what's their best advice they ever received, or what advice do they want to give people. And let me tell you guys, some of these are kind of emotional, some of these are kind of funny, and some of these are really deep. So I really, really want you to listen, reflect, and just maybe act on it. Also, I got a lot of advices, okay? They're really good, really, really, really good. Though the problem is I had so many that I may not have all of them in this video. I may do another video, who knows, because I want to keep changing what I'm going to talk. So I may do another episode and then go back to it. So in this episode, I'll just pick one of the ones that I recently seen and I really like it. I really think this relates to today's world. So yeah. First of all, I asked my parents. And I know, they said the most parenty. I love making words every day. Parenty words or things they would say. Okay? So I asked my mom. I was like, Mom, what's your advice you want to give or receive or have received? She said, listen and reflect to your parents' advice because they want what's best for you and they have experience with their own life, so they know some things that we don't know. I think this advice is such a good advice because, guys, I don't think we realize hey, no, our parents do live the same life that we left. They may have different experiences. They are different generations, so things are kind of differently, but they still went through it, This is their first life too. And they have experienced it too. And they really do wish what's best for you. So that's my mom. My dad was kind of funny, but I was like, I thought he was going to do something really deep, but he did something basic, but is very important. And this advice, he said, do not be near or try any alcohol or drugs because it will destroy your life. This is just basic for everybody. Don't be near alcohol. Don't be near drugs because it will destroy your life. You may think it's fun. You may think it's entertaining or helping your issues or keep you in ease, but all it's going to give you is addiction and problems. That's it. And, and there are sins for a reason, It's not allowed in Islam, and I know it's in Christianity, but people don't actually do it. It's not allowed for a reason, As you can see, people who are homeless or crazy, most of the things come from addiction and drugs and alcohol. So I really advise you to not do any of these and don't even be near it, Try not to. But this is my advice. You don't really need to take it, but I really advise you to do. From my friend, actually, I really like this one because it's just kind of deep. But she said, you come into this world alone and you will die alone. It is sad. It's so sad. We were born alone and we're gonna die alone. And that's how life is. And that's why I think this quote is so good for any person who's really wanting to be religious or want to really get to know spiritually and all that is because you guys, material things, your money, the people, they're not going to go with you when you die, It's just going to be you. You're going to be by yourself, and you will be judged by what you did. I really like this quote. Another quote I got from a friend says, as a people pleaser, do not sacrifice your inner peace and your mental sanity of theirs. So I'm not gonna lie, I used to be a people pleaser, but I am not anymore, thankfully, because I kind of got sick of it, and I'm like, why am I doing this? But don't sacrifice, guys, your inner peace. Don't sacrifice it. And this quote kind of leads to my quote, an advice that I really, really love. This is the best advice I've ever received and heard, and I keep writing it down, I keep highlighting it, because I am a person who is afraid of losing people. But this quote says, don't be afraid of losing people, but be afraid of losing yourself. I kind of have this weird thing. It's kind of funny. I always imagine people leaving me. I don't know if it's normal. Pretty sure not. But I feel like I care so much of people leaving me, rather me, not being afraid of me leaving me, And I don't want to be this, love yourself. No, guys, love yourself, You are number one. It's okay to be selfish sometimes. Sometimes, not all the time, okay? Let me keep that clear. But you have to take care of yourself, Don't lose yourself. Now, I'm going to get to the funny ones, because I received a lot of funny ones, and I just thought it was so funny. Let's see. I took screenshots, so. Oh, this is kind of funny and adorable, but it says, never be okay with being metacore. If you don't know what that means, it's like being average, basically. Don't be okay being average. And I love this quote because, I don't know, I've always felt like I'm such an average girl, but I don't want to be average. I want to do something crazy. Not crazy. I want to do something big. Something that says, oh, that is so gala, and this is the podcast. I really wanted to do something that is so me, It's kind of funny because we did, me and my friends, my sister, we did this game about what's something that is so her she would do. And everybody said, for me, is to start a podcast. And I just thought it was so funny because, guys, I don't want to be average, and I don't want you to be average. I want all of us to succeed, and I want all of us to be so unique, and I don't want us to be average. I want us to be above average, So that's a really good one. Another one. Okay, I can't say this one, but be with the people who make your light shine and not dim it down. This is a really good one because I've always talked about making the right friends. Guys, don't be friends who, I'm not gonna lie, I had a lot of friends who were kind of a negative people to be around with. Every time I hang out with them, I was like, oh, I'm so much, okay, it's kind of sad I'm gonna say this, but I feel like I'm so much better, and now I push myself to be people who are better than me so I can be more better than who I am. That makes sense. I try to be friends who want a success, who want to have a good life, Surround yourself with the people who make your light shine. Don't have people dim it down. That's a cute quote by a nice friend, a good friend I know. Another one, it says, I love this one. If you don't love yourself, nobody else will. What? If you don't love yourself, nobody else will. So fake it until you make it. Guys, I've said this so many times. Fake it till you make it. You will make it. I promise you. Just fake it for so long, you will make it. And then it will be like this. It'll be easy. Another one I got, if you can't do great things, do small things in a great way. This is such a cute quote because, sometimes I feel like, oh, I can't do great things, I mean, I can. Nothing is stopping me. Again, nothing is stopping me. But, there's certain things that I'm not, I may not be able to. So, but the smallest things, I can do smallest things like the podcast in a great way, Maybe listening to my podcast will motivate you to do, life and motivate you to do better. And that's such a great thing. Even it's so small, just me yapping to your ear will help you a lot in your future. So yeah, I love this quote. View hardships as a challenge and tests so that everything improves you rather than ideal. Okay, I didn't understand this one. I like the beginning. It says view hardship as challenges and tests so that everything improves you. I really like this because I've always seen hardships as something I deserve, which is kind of sad, but no, I'm not going to view them as something I deserve, but rather a challenge and test so I can improve myself. Another thing is sometimes you can't get over a hard period of time. You have to walk through it while it happens. This quote is kind of confusing, but I really like it. And I think this person means that if you go through a hard time or a hard period of your time of your life, you could just walk through it and it will start to, evaluate. It will start to change. I don't really get this quote, but I can understand their perspective, but I really like this quote. I like this one. By the way, this person, she's a mutual friend from my sister. She's been sending me a lot, and I'm just in awe because it's so good. Her quotes, I just know she's in her healing journey because the quotes she's been sending me are amazing. Another thing she said, keep your circle small and surround yourself with people who motivate you to be better. Like I said, friends, you gotta be with friends who motivate you to be better. You have to, okay? If you don't have those friends, leave them. I don't care if they're funny. I don't care, they easier. No. Be with people who motivate you to be better. Be with people who actually are happy for you and not judge you in every way, okay? Who actually are not jealous. They are actually happy for you. All right. Some people are so rich, all they have is God. Like I tell you, like I said, we will all die alone, But the thing that makes you so rich while you die is having that connection with God. I truly believe that. And if you, let's say, you're not in your, I'm not going to call it religious era because what is that? You're not in your spiritual being right now, I suggest for you to do so. It's kind of crazy. I've actually learned this. I've learned this recently. Is it recently? I don't know. It was 3 weeks ago. I was in psychology class. We're learning about happiness and what are the things to make you happy. And we all my professor, he asked us a question to the class, and we're a huge class. And he said, what do you guys think, what makes us happy? And everybody's like, oh, money, or being attractive, or blah, blah, blah. They were listing, not gonna lie, dumb things that were literally not gonna influence us any kind of way. So in my head, I kept thinking, I didn't say out loud, but I should have. I really should have, but I was just, I don't know. I just wanted to see if I was right before I rose my hand. I don't know if you could feel that, if somebody experienced that, but I'm pretty sure you would. Anyway, so I was thinking, I'm like, for me, it's religion. For me, it's my spiritual being connected to God. So, like, that's my source of happiness. I generally feel like my happiness comes the connection with God. It really does. And guess what? He goes to the next slide, and the first thing that it says, religion. Isn't that crazy, you guys? It's not crazy at all. When you are so connected with your creator, knowing you're his creation, everything will be easy, life becomes easy. I swear to God, life becomes easy when you know, I have a purpose in life. I will be judged in this lifetime, and there is an afterlife, and it determines what I do in this life. So I will strive to be better. So it gives you a sense of purpose. Another quote from a girl, shout out to her. I missed her so much. She knows who she is. I missed her so much. I haven't seen her in a while. And it's kind of crazy. I've always kind of looked up to her, even though we're so far away. I've always thought she got it all because she's so connected to God. I always see her being connected with God, and I genuinely feel like she's so happy because of it, and how she always strives to be better. She does all these things. She's literally an it girl in Yemen. I love that girl. Anywho, what she said is, always be grateful. It's such a simple quote, but guys, it's such a powerful quote. Always be grateful. Always. And I'll say that. Be grateful what you have. I don't care if you have nothing or you have everything. Always be grateful. You don't understand how much you have till you see people who don't have it. Alhamdulillah, I have a good life, and you do too. I don't care what hardships you went. I don't care. And I know you don't care about the hardships I went. But guys, it could have been worse. It could have been worse. But here you are. You're still breathing. You're listening. Your heart is beating. Be grateful that you have that. Some people don't. Be grateful for the opportunities you have. Be grateful that how much your parents worked for you to have these opportunities. Be grateful, guys. Be grateful. Alhamdulillah. Thank God. Ooh. I like this one. It says, forgive your parents for not loving you how you needed, but the only way they knew how. For me, my personal experience, it was like that at first. My parents didn't know how to, show affection and all that, but I feel like as they're growing with me, and I'm a person who really is very affectionate. I always say when I'm grateful, I always say when, I say, oh, I love you, I'm grateful for that and that. So I'm very affectionate. My parents are not at the beginning, and they realize that I am. So I think they're trying to, it's so adorable, guys. I swear it's adorable. My parents are trying with me. So now they're like, oh, thank you, by the way. Oh, we love you, by the way. Because they notice I always say it. So they always kind of feel bad, I think. And they're like, you know what? We want to strive better. And I know they had a hard life. And they know that's how they knew how to show affection. But they see me want to strive for more. So now they're striving for more. So yeah, guys, be affectionate to your parents because you guys don't understand. Parents they do sacrifice a lot for us, And thank them once in a while. Another quote that I really like. I love all these quotes, by the way. Shout out to y'all. It says, spending time alone and getting to know yourself fully will set you free. That's true. I feel like I'm kind of a person who loves to, I'm not going to lie, hear me. Guys, listen and don't judge. I'm kind of a person who hates spending time alone by myself because that's where my thoughts goes and my inner thoughts, they're just out there yapping to my ear, or I just get bored, or I don't know, I just get bored. And I'm like, oh, I want to hang out with a person, blah, blah, blah. But I could use this time to get to know myself, to know what my hobbies are, what I like, what I strive to be, or my goals, or, I really think in your everyday to day, have 1 hour to yourself. At least have 1 hour and reflect about who you are and what you want to do and just the things you love. Do the things you love, guys. Just do it for 1 hour. Promise you, it will change your life. Control the controllables. Leave the rest to God. Don't be the person who wants to control everything. Because at the end of the day, you will get tired, Leave the rest to God, Allah is so much powerful than we think. So leave the rest to God. Try to control what you can, but don't overdo it because you will get exhausted. What's another one? If it's meant for you, nothing can stop it from reaching you. Stay optimistic and stay close to God. I really like this quote, and I know this person who wrote this down really experienced it, and I'm grateful they said this message because I'm pretty sure we all can relate to this, that we always wanted to have something, but it didn't work out. And we don't know why, but guys, if it didn't work out, it's always for a reason, Allah has a better plan. God has always a better plan. There's a picture that I really like. It's like a single flower, and it says your plans, and then it says to an arrow, and it says God's plan or Allah's plan, and it has like a bouquet. And I just think it's so beautiful. I really like this I really like this quote. It says, people negative assumptions / opinions of you are not a reflection of you, but of them. That's true, guys. I feel like this is a huge quote, very powerful one, because I've experienced this a lot when people treat me like, I don't know, like bad or just not very great, or I'm like, why are they doing these actions to me or saying these things? And I always think it's because of me, but that's not the case, guys. It's never the case, actually. Though if they do have a one-on-one, actually, no, it depends. This quote, it kind of depends. Sometimes people do say things for you to, realize your mistakes. But I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about people you generally don't know why they're acting like this. And they're just acting bad. And you're like, why are they acting like this? Is it me? Am I the problem? Guys, you're never the problem. You're not the problem. Okay? They're the problem. It's their reflection of them, not you. Okay? Really like this quote. But yeah, these are the recent quotes I got. I can't believe I read it all. Have I read it all? I'm like looking through the things that people sent to me, because I got a lot. Ooh, this girl actually did send a lot. She said, when you're going through your hardest time in your life, pay attention to those who support you after. What? Pay attention to those who support you after. So when you go through a hard time, guys, realize who is there next to you, supporting you. Not the people who ignored you, okay? Not the people who are not even in the question. They're not even there. But the people who supported you, who watched you cry, who hugged you, who talked to you, who sincerely wants the best for you. Sorry, I just kind of got emotional. Okay, they said, but especially those who support you before and after. Guys, I don't know how much I have to say this. Pay attention to the people who support you before and after. This is such a great quote. This person knows what they're saying. Because these are your true friends and family. These are your actual true friends, guys. And true family. People who support you before and after. Real people aren't ones who flock to your rescue after a tragedy, but instead who are there for you from day one. Those who are there for you on not just your darkest, but also your brightest. Oh my God. Okay, this person who sent this to me, girl, what are you, Shakespeare? It's kind of good. No, but I love this. So let me read it one more time to get it out there. When you're going through your hardest time in your life, pay attention to those who support you after, but especially those who support you before. Because these are your true friends and family. Real people aren't the ones who flock to your rescue after a tragedy, but instead who are there for you from day one. Those who are there for you, not just your darkest, but also your brightest. I really love this quote. Thank you again. Oh, and I want to say thank you for those people who send me these great quotes. I really appreciate them. I think I got some more, so let me read them. I really don't want to miss anything. And I'm surprised I haven't been talking a lot. Ooh, this person, love this person. She said she lives by this, and it says, I live by this. XOXO, North African girly. Anyways, she said, sometimes we outgrow people who aren't growing. I love this quote. Sometimes we outgrow people who aren't growing. This is such a good quote, I hope as you were listening to this, or if you want to re-listen, because I have a beautiful voice and I have wonderful people who give me these advices. I hope you guys get a notebook, or a paper, or just write it down and just hang it in the wall and look at those quotes every day, or just read them whenever you can. I love to put quotes. For example, I have a quote that it's next to the desk that I'm always at. Okay, this desk right here. This is where I grind on schoolwork. This is my hardest. This is where I look in, okay? And sometimes I get bored, so I look over my wall So it gives me motivation, and I have like my, some certificates I got and like awards. So it makes me feel better, and I think you should have that, like, next to your school, where you do your schoolwork, have like your accomplishments. Look at them, be like, oh my God, I've done so much. I've been this far. And I also have my schedule. I have my schedule that says, hey, wake up 5 a.m., pray, clean, stretch, read the Quran, eat breakfast, do your skincare, all that. I love this schedule. I live for it. But sometimes it doesn't work, but it's okay. I try. And that's what's important, is that you try. But I have this quote, okay? It says, half of your beauty comes from the way you speak. And I live with this quote every single day. Anywho, like I was saying, I hope for you, like, write it in your computer. Listen what I said. I'm forcing you to do this because I want you to be successful. Go to your computer, write everything I said, all the quotes I said, write it down, print it out, put it next to your, where you do your schoolwork, and whenever you're feeling sad or like anxious, or you don't know what to do, look at those quotes and reread over them, and trust me, you will succeed. Okay, guys? So please listen to those quotes that I said. Really reflect on them. And I hope you had a wonderful rest of your day. Or if you just started your day, I hope you have an amazing day. And you will do great. Okay? You will do great. You will be better. You will be successful. Just believe it. Okay? Just believe it. And you got it, guys. Just breathe. Breathe. You got it. Try to look cute today. Lock in. Do all the things you have to do. Be grateful what you have. Spend with people you love. And just be grateful, guys. Because life is beautiful and it's meant for you. Bye. Love you guys. Thank you for listening to Glow with Gala. This will never get old.